The Napali Coast on Kauai is world famous as one of the most dramatic and untouched coastlines on Earth. In Hawaiian, Napali means high cliffs, and here they soar nearly 4,000 feet straight out of the Pacific, stretching 17 miles along the island's wild northwest shore. With no roads cutting through, there are only 3 ways to see it. And over the next 5 days, we're going to take you along for the journey of doing all 3.
From the Napali Coast. This is one of the most iconic coastlines in the world and is famously known for being a filming location for Jurassic Park. This week, we're in Kauai and attempting to visit the Napali Coast 3 different ways, by land, air, and sea. And I say attempting because this coastline is one of the wettest places on Earth, so weather is already unpredictable, but it is made extra difficult for us this week as we are under hurricane and tropical storm watch. Luckily, the weather today is beautiful and we have permits for Haena State Park, so we're about to head over there and explore this coastline by going for a hike and checking it out from the land.
We know our permit starts at 4:30, so we only have 3 minutes. I don't think it's very far down this road, but
something to keep in mind when you're over here too. Not a big deal, but there's no service, so
we don't really know where we're going right now.
Now, to get permits for Haena State Park was a bit difficult because they are so limited. I had to wake up in the middle of the night a month ago to get these permits, and the only one I was able to secure was for the 4:30 p.m. to sunset time slot. So we have pretty limited time in the park today, and that's why we're just going to be doing a short hike to an overlook of the coastline. If you are able to secure permits for a longer stint of the day or earlier in the day, you can hike 7 miles round trip to a really beautiful waterfall or 4 miles round trip to a beach down there. You can also hike it as a multi-day backpacking trail if that's something you want to do. As of right now, which is September 2025, permits for this park are $10 per vehicle and $5 per person. So for Jay and I and our rental car, we paid $20 for the permit, which isn't crazy expensive, but it does hold our spot.
Jay is going in his full beach attire, flip-flops.
I didn't fully think this through. We were going to the beach and then I knew we were hiking. I assumed like they were separate activities.
This morning, I literally thought, should I remind Jay to bring his tevas? And I was like, nah, that's kind of me momming him, and who forgot his tevas?
A heavy black shirt, black hat, and my flip-flops.
But I have a change of shoes, and I fully changed my outfit for this hike. One of us is prepared.
This is a pretty beloved hike, so it's no wonder why they protect it so. The ranger at the station said we were one of the lucky few to get permits to get in and see this.
So once you walk the short little boardwalk from the parking area, now there are restrooms and a water bottle fill up down here, which is really nice to know if you are going to be hiking to top off your water bottle. We're officially in the Napali Coast State Park. So let's start this trail and see if we can see it. So here's the sign that answers all of our questions. We're just going to the Key Beach viewpoint, which is just a quarter mile up, but I think it's all uphill, so it might be a hard quarter mile. And something we read about Kauai is that the trails are extremely muddy and slippery. I will say though, we're here the first week of September and our friends said they have not had rain in a long time. So this is about as dry as it gets. But I have heard that tevas or hiking sandals is kind of the way to go for shorter hikes because you are pretty much guaranteed to cake your shoes in mud most of the year.
It's kind of funny to walk past 3 hazard signs as you start the hike. This, how do you say it? Kalalau? The Kalalau Trail is known as one of the most epic yet dangerous hikes in all of the United States. And I'm doing it in flip-flops. Man, you're looking like one of those tourists. You're just swinging the water bottle. That's the only thing you brought.
I don't look as dumb as you in your flip-flops.
I don't know. I look pretty good right now.
You do not. Newport hat, flip-flops. You look like you don't know what you're doing.
I at least look like a camera guy.
Tell us in the comments who looks like they're supposed to be on a hike more.
Even with the afternoon permit, where you only have 2 hours up here, this is the perfect way to spend it. I'm so glad we came up here. What a way to kick off seeing the Napali Coast.
My least favorite place to be is anywhere that mosquitoes are. That being said, this whole hike has looked like an absolute playground for mosquitoes, but I haven't gotten any bites or even really seen any. That could be because it's so dry right now.
Literally right after we just filmed that, we stopped for a moment so I could grab my sunglasses, and I saw a mosquito land right on Nina's arm and just got her first bite.
Right on the idol. We are not slipping on the way down.
Man, even just going to that little lookout got me so fired up for the helicopter and boat ride. Just the fact that we saw such a small fraction of it, I can't even imagine what the next few days are gonna hold.
All right, now that we've wrapped up our hike, we're headed back to the car and we're gonna start our drive back to Kauai.
Just stopped the car Strava, and we went about 2.5 miles and just under 2 hours, which was our permit time. But that was like a super chill hike. I feel like just about anybody could do that. And we took like tons of pictures and videos the whole way. So you could have done it a lot faster than that.
Good morning. It is day 2, our second full day here, and the weather looks amazing. The second we woke up, we quickly opened our windows to see blue skies, and luckily they have held on the past couple hours, so my hopes are high for the helicopter tour, which we're driving to right now. When I was doing research for the helicopter tour, I did read that the 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. time slot tends to be the best in terms of weather, so I did book us on the 10:45 a.m. tour, and I don't know how much truth there is to that. That's just what the blog said online. But I will say I noticed that the 10:45 time slot booked out much faster than any other time slot. So maybe there's something there. For us, it looks like it's playing out well today. Out of all the ways to see the Napali Coast, this is definitely my most anticipated. I have never been in a helicopter before. We're also doing a doors off tour, and this is the most we have ever spent on a single activity while traveling. It cost us $737 for the 2 of us, and it is a 50-minute flight around the island. So we're about to see if this is worth it. All right, we're seeing all the helicopter companies and some helicopters out there. Some things we had to bring for this tour is either closed-toed shoes or sandals with straps. And then because it's doors off and it will be cold, we have the jackets. They said pants. Oh, we're also only allowed 1 device per person, and it needs to have a tether. So this is attached to my phone right now.
No hats.
Which is probably not true of doors on helicopter tours. Let's do this thing.
Hi guys, we're getting checked in.
Wow. That's like such an incredible experience.
Coming from someone who doesn't like to spend money, that's saying a lot.
I can't think of many experiences that you'll have that can compare to that. I would take that over skydiving. I hope I'll wingsuit one day, but I don't know if I ever will.
$380 per person is definitely spending. I shouldn't gloss over that part. It is expensive, but after the fact, my initial impression is like so worth it as a once in a lifetime experience. We've traveled quite a few places around the world, and I cannot think of anywhere we've been at least where I would rather have done a helicopter tour.
Especially after hearing that Kauai has the biggest helicopter operation on all of the Hawaiian islands. There is a reason why flying a helicopter in Hawaii is in such high demand, and I think it's because it is such a once in a lifetime experience. You go to Wyoming to shoot guns and see wildlife, you go to Kauai to fly in a helicopter.
A few logistic things of why we chose the tour that we did. We went with Airborne Aviation. We'll leave a code here and down in the description if you're interested. And we chose it because it was doors off, which is really nice for photos and videos. We also went with this company because it only is a 4-passenger helicopter instead of 6. So everyone has a window seat, basically except the middle front person. And that was me.
I originally thought that sitting in the backseat would be better so that like you didn't have the pilot and you kind of had both sides all the way through. But I realized that they don't get any front view at all because you're completely blocked in it. Us having like the full panorama view in front of us, inside of us, and behind us was really special.
I feel like there was so much of the island we got to see because of the helicopters. Even though we went mainly to see the Napali Coast from the helicopter, we saw so much more than that. Some of the spots were kind of on our list of like Waimea Canyon or to drive out to Wailua Falls, and having seen them from the helicopter, I'm like, oh, we almost like don't need to go drive to them now. Logistically, you have to pull your hair back. Each person only gets 1 device and it needs to have a tether on it. Jay had one on his camera as well.
We just used little remote wrist straps. They were great.
And then that's specific to being doors off. I don't know how much of this applies to a doors on tour. And they also recommended having a jacket because the wind gets pretty cold. How are you on the edge?
I would have been totally fine
shorts and a t-shirt, but whatever you wear is going to be flapping around like crazy. Potentially having something tight fitting, I think would feel more comfortable rather than something baggy. The pilot did say that they fly a fair amount in light rain. Maybe that's another reason why they want you to wear layers, is because I can imagine getting wet and then having the wind would definitely make you feel cold. They do provide you with a locker to store any of your stuff, so you don't need to stress out about leaving everything in the car. The lockers do have locks on them. Something that just really added to the vibe was the fact that there was music playing in the headsets. Was such a vibe. It was fun seeing exactly where we were the other day on the hike. If we get lucky for a third time and have good weather and are able to see it by boat, we'll catch up with you then. Good morning. It is 6:30 a.m. We are on our way to go see the Napali Coast by the ocean via Captain Andy's snorkel tour. The clouds are looking very grumpy, and the windshield wipers are moving and grooving this morning. So Nina and I are a little unsure about what's going to happen with this tour. Sounds like some of you guys are also a little unsure about subscribing to our channel, since majority of you actually have never seen us before. So if you have a moment, please make sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. And if you're enjoying this Napali Coast video, please make sure to go check out the rest of our Kauai series. We actually even have an entire guide detailing trip itineraries, packing lists, all the places to eat on the island. So feel free to scan the QR code right here or check out the link down in the description.
It's clear for the moment.
Absolutely wild going from the north to the south side of the island and just seeing the change in the weather. The south side of the island is known as the sunny side, so we're enjoying that today.
Rainbow. All right, we are just now pulling up to our Napali Coast boat office. I would say 90% of our drive this morning has been pouring rain. And the Napali Coast is a totally different side of the island. So even if it's sunny here, once we sail over there, it may not be great, but it just is gonna stay a mystery till we get there.
We did debate between the morning snorkel sail cruise and the sunset dinner cruise, but we heard the morning is much better for seeing dolphins and wildlife and just better overall. I will say though, sunset is on the west side of the island, so pretty much the only way to see a true sunset on this island is to do the sunset cruise.
We got coffee.
We are getting rained on so hard. Don't be fooled by how wet it is. Not from the ocean, from the sky.
Raining on us pretty good outside, so everyone's huddled in here. At least there's somewhere to go, but hopefully it clears up soon.
In the rainbow.
Oh yeah.
Average at least 2 cellular devices into the ocean throughout the day. So,
Oh, the spin. Oh, she's loving it. She's loving it.
This is my favorite area. Just getting like headfuls, just being like 60.
We're in what's called a megapod of dolphins right now. Oh my gosh. We are getting absolutely soaked. Rain is definitely a bummer, but they made these coconut pineapple muffins, and they've changed my life. These things are absolutely incredible. This is like my 5th one. Oh, she's so excited. Clear, especially in comparison to when we went diving at tunnels. So the visibility, I can see all the way to the ocean bottom. The sun is coming out. They gave Nina a little boogie board because she was so tired.
Okay, you make it sound like I was like on the verge of drowning. I was like, hey, can I have one of those life vests to use the floaties? Like, want a boogie board? And I was like, yeah.
Are people gonna know by the time this video goes up?
I don't know, we'll cut that out. It's not.
Did you have fun?
Just one.
They're playing Pirates of the Caribbean because the water's so rough. Your entire playlist has been Disney today. So, you know, Nina
been absolutely vibing. I cannot believe we are getting some sun right now. The views of the coast are absolutely insane. That paired with like the rocking of the boat and the waves and getting splashed, it's like a very immersive experience.
Since the tides are always so rough here, it looks like it forms a bunch of sea caves, which depending on conditions, you either can or can't see from the catamaran tours, but sounds like conditions are pretty good today. Even though it is bumpy, it's usually way more bumpy. I think we've made it as far north on the coast as we're planning to. And now for the rest of the tour, we're just going to eat lunch and enjoy the views on a very slow and leisurely sail back. This sail back is super relaxing. We got to choose between burgers, cheeseburgers, or grilled chicken. I got grilled chicken, Jay got the cheeseburger. Honestly, they were both bomb. We got some Sprite, some Coke, and it's just a beautiful cruise back. There's tons of places to sit on the boat. When we were walking down here, we were like, oh my gosh, there's like 50, 60 people on our boat. It's gonna feel so crowded. And like, it's busy, but there are plenty of seats for everyone. We kind of are enjoying the back of the boat right now. It's a little bit warmer, not so windy. In the front though, I will say you get splashed a ton. These pants were soaking wet until the sun came out a couple minutes ago.
You would never believe that there was a hurricane right off the coast of these islands. The sun, the sky is completely cleared up. We're even starting to see helicopters come back out.
If it looks like they're reading the forecast, don't give up on your tour. It might still end up being wonderful like ours was. A few final notes is we've really left the crew on board. We've said this in other videos, but we're pretty harsh critics when it comes to guides because we've been in the guiding industry ourselves, but they were so much fun and super efficient at their jobs. Also, this is the only tour of the Napali Coast by boat that will let you go while pregnant, and that's why we chose this boat. But the reason they let pregnant women go is because their boats are the largest and also the smoothest. So the Napali Coast is known for being pretty choppy and pretty bumpy, but if you want to do this while pregnant, Captain Andy's is the company for you.
All right, we just got off the boat, and what a fun way to see the Napali Coast. Getting the water splash in your face, seeing the sun come out.
We got a tough decision. Which of the three is the best way to see the Napali Coast? Because all were truly impressive. Okay, now we have officially seen the Napali Coast all three ways, so it's time for our final thoughts. Personally, I think all three were worth it. I enjoyed starting with the land, and then it just got progressively better. That being said, if we had to pick one and only one, I do feel like the boat is what we would pick because it is a better value than the helicopter tour. It's about half the price, and you do get those same incredible views of the entire coast.
And it's much longer.
Yes, it's like 5.5 hours for the catamaran tour, so you really get to enjoy it for a while. The boat is not for people who get seasick. Even the catamaran tour is on fairly rough water, and similarly with the helicopter tour, if you are someone that's afraid of heights, that is going to freak you out.
If you still want to go on a helicopter tour though, I'd recommend doing the doors on tour. Doors off is probably what freaks people out the most. And then for hiking by land, you can get a backpacking permit. They allow 60 people on the trail per day. It is known as one of the most legendary backpacking trails of all time. Definitely not for everybody, especially considering how dangerous it is.
So if you're planning on visiting the island, make sure to check out our other videos, including a full itinerary and food tour. And we even have a full guide on Rexby with every single thing we did during this trip and all the information about it.
And if you guys haven't yet, make sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons, and we'll catch you next time for another Best Day Ever. Yeah, good job.
Welcome to the middle of the night. Try to get it.
Well, that's pretty impressive.
Dinosaur could fit through here. Yes, I can bring you a Sprite.
I feel like I'm at the stage where, like, if you know I'm pregnant, you're like, oh yeah, of course. But if you don't know, you're just like,